Hello. It has been a long time since we last saw the eclectic group of adventurers on Umbral Island, but in their last endeavors, they were able to start a fine revolution amongst the citizens of Catskin, leaving the town burning in their wake with a better future on the horizon, hopefully. On their way to their next great city, the city of Owl's Eye, they saw its tall stone walls, a city built on the dark mountains of the oh god, which shard of the island is it? The east shard of the island. Upon growing closer to the city, they saw that the police force and the guards were all stitched up human beings, Frankenstein's monsters. They, after being led in through the delightful trickery of our party's more talkists people, they found that this was a bright spot of civilization on the island. There were people everywhere, there were lights, there were stores, everything seemed to be working just fine. After finding their way to Peak's View Inn, the rogue of the party, Aaron, decided to snoop around the library. In doing so, he found himself in a nice room filled with jewels, scrolls, and knowledge. But upon exiting, he saw that all the lights in the city had been turned off, and there was a soft siren in the distance. Making his way to the Peak's View Inn, where the rest of the party was regaining their stamina, he noticed that there was something following him there. The party did battle with the tall steel wardens of the town. It was a very close fight, and in that fight they discovered that these steel wardens were tall human flesh and steel mixed together, almost welded. And those humans were not fully dead. We pick up now at the end of that combat encounter outside the Peaks View Inn, footage which we unfortunately lost. But we are going to just pick right back up outside of the inn to set the scene. The lights are just now coming back on. We'll say they were off for about half an hour. The blue magic torch lights of the lanterns, the tall lanterns that surround the city streets, are glowing you all back into a nice fluorescent light. There are 3 of these creatures on the floor beneath you, I believe. What do you all do?
Only 2 of them are dead because
One
the
ran
third
away.
one I cast suggestion on to go get Dr. Jupiter and he walked away.
Yep, no, one ran away, you're correct. Alright, so there are 2 of these steel wardens on the ground. One of them has ran away, and you can hear the sounds of it stomping off the distance.
Can I go inspect one of the down robots? I want to look at the porthole on the front.
Absolutely. Roll me just investigation or perception, whichever one you prefer.
Okay.
But going up to it, it's just looking at it, you can tell that it is about 20 feet
16.
high. Yeah, it's about 20 feet high, so like not, giant mecha robot, but you get up close and you see the porthole of tempered glass bolted shut, and looking through it with the lights entering the vicinity, you can see what looks to be a human shape, perhaps like maybe an upper torso, neck, and head. But all of the skin is just melded to the robot. You don't know where the skin stops and the robot begins. It looks to be almost like an alchemical backlash. 2 things that are not meant to be together. A completely unnatural perversion of the human form. Are you looking at the one that is downed but was on fire, so is still screaming, or the one that was killed?
Probably the one that's screaming.
Yeah. No, looking at that one, it is giving just all shriek, high-pitched screams. You can see its teeth even being malformed. Not just like the normal messed up teeth, but some teeth missing, some replaced with metal, bleeding from the mouth. There is no tongue. When you look down the throat, you see nothing. The eyes are perfect, though. The eyes are in perfect shape. That is something you notice.
Adam, are you inspecting the one that is still screaming, or the one that isn't?
The one that is still somewhat alive. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that was.
While he's doing that, can I go? Because I remember that. So Aaron threw the dagger at like the glass pane in his chest, and that's when the screaming stopped.
Yes.
According to my notes, so I want to kind of go and look inside the chest cavity.
Yeah, okay, so that's the one. Let's see, Adam casts Flaming Spear, kills one, and throws a dagger. That's the second one. Yes, so there's one that's still screaming that died from Flaming Spear. This was so long ago. And then there's the one that Aaron killed with the thrown dagger. Going to look at that one, you see that the tempered glass has been broke by a thrown dagger, which is a monumental feat of strength. That is something that should be borderline impossible. But looking inside, the glass is shattered. You can see it. It's almost 2 inches thick. Looking in, it's the same scene described as before. Perfect eyes. The eyes are perfectly intact. Malformed mouth, nose, back of the head skin melded to the metal. Only this time there is a dagger in the forehead of this one.
You said the mouth is open, but there's no tongue.
Yes, the mouth is open, there is no tongue, there's malformed teeth and metal bits where teeth should be.
Where am I? There I am. Okay, I can just find myself.
Yes, combat is over and you are now all just chilling mode.
I'm gonna walk back outside and just be like, so, I believe we should get going. I believe we might have overstayed our welcome.
Yeah.
At least in this area. Because you did send the other one off.
Yeah, I kind of told the other one to go get the leader of this city. So we might... Oh, go ahead, Jackson.
How long does that spell last for, just real quick?
8 hours.
8 hours? Holy fuck, okay.
Actually, is it... I never went down... And I think I took damage, but I think it was before I had cast it, and I'm pretty sure... Because I would have... So as far as I know, I haven't lost concentration on it.
Okay. Yes, please continue. Sorry to interrupt.
I don't think this is probably the best place for us to stay. I know we still have stuff to do in the city, but I'm just saying we should probably leave this specific inn.
Should we finish that one off?
It looks pretty dead, just screaming out of reflex.
Are we talking about the dead one or the down one?
The down one.
Okay. Oh, he is dead?
Oh, it's still alive?
It's still alive.
Can I scythe it?
Wait, what? Yes, you can cite it to put it down. Catherine, what did you say?
So even the one with the dagger in its forehead is not fully dead?
No, that one's dead. The one that has flame sphere on it is the one that... Because it's downed, it cannot move, but it is still... The creature inside is still alive. The robot body is no more.
I can roll a Arcana or History check. Would I know or be able to tell if if this was originally a human that was put inside this machine as some kind of punishment, or was this originally a whole person that got shoved inside this Mechatron?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check. As you do that, though, Adrienne, you walk over to it. It looks like it's giving the same reactions that an injured animal does, one that cannot go on anymore. You bring your scythe down, and a mercy killing of it, no blood comes out of the body.
You said Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
Was it 21? You can tell that this is the work of creation or transmutation magic. You cannot tell which one per se, because they are almost one and the same in this situation. This was not the work of like a battlecaster. This is someone who has dedicated their life to science, and there are subtleties in that. Somebody who's dedicated their life to battlecasting, like some of you, would not be able to create something this precise. Looking inside of it, you can see the way that the flesh melds with the metal. It almost looks like how you've heard stories of like wild magic sorcerers and how their magical backlash and something happens. It is that sort of unnatural, but also not man-made patterns. Sort of almost like if you held a magnifying glass up to the magic that flows through the world, these are the patterns that it would look like. But the human mind would never think to draw them. And
So this was
kind of-
not someone who was essentially experimented on or forced to put, like, this was something that was created from scratch. Or is
almost.
semi-natural. Almost
Oh.
like...
So almost. You come to that conclusion, but then you are brought back to the eyes. The eyes are not made of magic. Those are human eyes. If you wanted to do an autopsy on this, you could find out more. But from looking at it, the metal and the flesh seem to be created by a wizard or a mage of some kind. But a wizard cannot create eyes that real. Even with the life out of them, you can still tell.
Should I... Can I cut the eyes out
Absolutely.
and take them with me?
Absolutely. Roll sleight of hand. While you do this, the rest of the gang, as the lights come back on, you start to see people entering the streets. This is a routine thing for them. They leave their homes, they start chatting with each other, and then their eyes fall upon you. Four strange individuals, weird clothes, standing above what they used to believe were unkillable monsters. What did you
I
get
got a
on
9 on my sleight of hand.
Luckily, there's 2 of these things. Yes, you get a dagger in there, and you tried. It's very hard to scoop an eye out without a circular tool, and you end up destroying one of them and ripping the other one out, but in a bad way. So you have 1 damaged eye. There's still another one if you want to try again.
Yeah, I'll go to the other one. Do I need to make another sleight of hand or medicine? I'll just sleight of hand if I
yeah.
can.
Yeah, do whichever one is higher, but it's one or the other.
A
But
dirty 20.
okay, this time, yes, you learn from your previous mistakes. You're able to get the tip of the knife in, sort of peel back, pinch, and pull. You pull some of like the red string bits out from behind it as well. And you are able to get 2 perfectly intact eyes. A street full of people watched you do this, including the innkeeper. The little lady in the black dress walks out, completely frazzled. Her storefront, the front of her inn, has been zapped by lightning, hit by the robots. The window that y'all jumped out of has some shattered glass around it. She's almost completely in awe. She just sort of like stands there.
Can I... Or anyone else. I was gonna say, I just want to go to the innkeeper and just be like very apologetic and try to, pull the little like, oh, I'm so sorry, like. But I want to get some information from her about these fucking, yeah. But if anyone else wants to do anything first, that's fine.
Yeah, is anyone else doing anything while after the eye autopsy?
Just watching
While-
the people.
Once I
Go,
finally
go.
noticed the innkeeper staring at why did I forget all names? Mel. There we go. I just kind of want to like take my scythe out of the one I just stabbed and just kind of like tiptoe to the nearest like wall, like trying to be like just embarrassed, just like that, and just like I'm gonna stand over here. I'm in the shadow, but like it's very obvious they can just still see me.
Have you turned back to your regular form, by the way, or are you still in your, more hulking mode?
I think I'm still in Hulk mode.
Yeah, do you want to stop?
I want to pull it out, and then I just want to, and then I want to pull it out because little me might not be able to pull it out of the body as easily. And just kind of like back to like the nearest like wall of a store building, and then shrink back, have the scythe fold back up, and then walk back out, just embarrassed.
Yeah, there's almost a crowd of people gossiping around you. Not gossiping, but just whispering to each other now. Does anyone else do anything before we engage with the innkeeper? All right. So you approach the innkeeper. What is the first thing you say? Just like a reminder of her appearance. She's like a taller, older woman in a black dress. She's got graying hair done up. And currently she is just kind of shocked.
Hold on, I'm gonna take notes real quick. I am so sorry for all the damage. We can take care of it, but what are those things? And what the hell just happened?
Well, they're the Steel Wardens. I didn't know that could be done. Don't worry about the damage. I don't want to say this has never happened before, but I mean, it's something that I can deal with. But those are the Steel Wardens. Every day, or twice a day at 12, the Steel Wardens come out. They walk the streets for about half an hour. They get who they can find, and they take them back to the university.
Would they kill these people, or do they usually just take them?
Oh, they use the electric bits. They give them a hearty zap, and then the folks usually they drop and they pick them up with the other hand. Well, the other hand is a spike, but they usually go in alive. It's hard not to hear.
How long has this been going on for?
Oh, ever since the good doctor moved into town. So, 15 years, I'd say.
Why do you call him the good doctor?
Have you seen his works? The Steel Wardens are his, and can raise the dead.
That's more terrifying than anything.
Well, raises the dead. He fills the street with medicine. He provides the city with the lights that we have, so that we don't get a tinge of the madness. And in exchange, the duller of our citizens get captured.
Where does Dr. Jupiter reside? Here in the city?
Well, I think you sent one of those tall fellers after, but the university. He's a professor, man of science.
And other than that, you guys are not in danger here? You're safe?
The ones without survival instincts are, but if you don't get caught out, you keep an eye on the time. We have it better than most places, but it's hard to get word around.
Has there been a presence of the Rebus here?
There's the churches. But, well, we still have to... Have you been to church, sweetie?
I'm not from Owl's Eye.
That's a strange thing. I've never quite heard that in many years, but, well, the church. They say that the Rebus is still a few more months away. It takes prayer to create a god. So we want to bring about the better world, and so we all go, we pray, and then then we get closer and closer to having them.
Something that you all want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So you think this Rebus is a god?
Well, yes.
Okay, now what are your definitions of a god? Is it something like some different cultures view gods differently? I'm wondering if it's like they can die and it's like, oh, their spirit will be reincarnated into the next one, or if it's more like they can't die and that's what gives them their god status.
I've never been asked this question. She takes a second and she's like, well, I've never quite thought of it, but well, think of the old gods. There's a presence of them on Earth, but well, they're not quite human, and they're also not quite beast, and they're not quite magic. They're a third thing, well, fourth thing.
Do you think of them as all powerful?
They power over their domain. Baz Kabaz is powered over nature, Clarion over violence.
Yes, but like all powerful in the sense of like they can't be killed or something like that. Because there is always the philosophical philosophical argument that, you know, oh, God's all powerful. If he's all powerful, then why does the devil exist? If he can do everything and he can get rid of evil, why is there evil at all? Does that negate what a god is? Sorry, I got very philosophical. I was reading a book.
Well, there is a sort of agreed upon definition among the philosophers in town, but a god is the fourth thing. There's magic, there's beast, and there's human. If you fall into the fourth thing, you are considered to be a divine in nature. But that is until we can find a fifth thing that is completely different from the divinity.
What do you call those things on the ground over there? I mean,
Say again,
personally, I
son?
don't call them. What do you call those things on the ground over there? I wouldn't call them beasts or human. Is that divine?
Oh, you're a thinker, aren't you? You should go to the universities, they'd love you. But I would say, well, from the looks of it, they used to be human. Or there's some kind of, but also, could be magic.
Jim, I have a quick question for you.
Somebody killing
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead first. Olivia.
You can go first.
I was just gonna double check notes. So we know one half of the souls in the Rebus is Alexander the Great, but
Yes.
we haven't learned what the other, like, who the other half of the soul has come from.
Yes, you have not heard.
Okay, but we know that there's two required, and that I had written that they've already created it, so already the souls have been combined, but they haven't sent it to God yet. Is that correct?
Yes, so in terms of mechanics of what you learned, because y'all got really high rolls at Percy's house, the Rebus is currently in the oven. They are pumping it full of the different exports that each town has. This town is pumping it filled with Philosopher's Stone, which is basically raw magic. Other towns are filling it with morality, zealotry, blood, that kind of thing.
Have you ever heard of somebody killing the Rebus?
The Rebus isn't around yet, so you can't kill a thing that doesn't quite walk the earth yet. but also the Rebus won't be on the Earth. It will be in wherever the gods lie. And do you say that to her though? Do you say like, have you ever heard of someone kill the bailiff?
Sure, why not?
She looks at you a little puzzled and she says, "Oh, well, our court systems don't typically have violence happening in them. There hasn't really been violence in any of our courtrooms for, well, I haven't seen any in the papers. Did a bailiff die recently?"
That depends. Are they your friends?
Well, I don't know a bailiff, but
I don't think she knows that there is the bailiff. I think she just thinks that it's the people who run the courts here.
Your bailiff is a judge. Does he have the whole? Does he have the robe and the big hat?
no, the guy next to the judge making sure that, like, nothing breaks out in the courtroom. I think that's the definition.
Okay, I got you.
Can I, while this is happening, just do a quick perception check and make sure I don't hear big, lanky footsteps coming back at any point?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll for perception.
Yeah. That's horrible. Plus 1. 11.
The only things you hear is the conversation with the old lady, the murmuring around you, and the footsteps going away.
Okay, still going away. Cool. Are people like gathering around the bodies?
Yes, at this point they are, like, there is a small crowd forming around the bodies. Yeah, but the old lady seems to have no idea what you're talking about when you say bailiff. She's thinking of she does not seem to have any concept of the big walking muscle guy.
He's just a guy I've met once, perhaps.
Yeah, she says, "Well, I hope nobody kills your friend there."
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's like a cat. He has the 9 lives. I don't think he's going to die very easily.
She's like shaking and nodding her head, like, whatever you say.
I mean that like he's a luck. He's very lucky, so I don't think that he would die easy.
Is there any other business that y'all have over here? And if not, where do y'all go?
I want to look at everyone else, like as we're kind of like huddling up and figuring out. I think that we might be able to get rid of the bailiff for good if we go to Dr. Jupiter's.
So I guess we need to find out the location of this university then. That's where we're to find him.
We could ask the people. They're right there.
Yeah. Can I go back to the innkeep real quick and just ask, would you happen to know the location of this university? We would like to maybe have a meeting with Dr. Jupiter and just ask him about his work. I'm very interested.
She like looks at you like, no, she just saw you like kick the crap out of his little boys there, but she says, yes, down southward, near the city center, but you did send one of them ahead for you.
That's all right. I mean, we'll catch up with them. I mean, I want to see the lab anyway, so.
But yeah, the warden should be bringing back their catches for the day, so just follow the screaming.
Right. Well, thank you. I turn around back to the group. All right, guys, we've got the location. Do want to go ahead and head down there, or do we want to take a break after that fight?
Have we taken a long rest yet? Because we've been up
No.
for a while.
No,
right?
the fight just
We-
ended before this.
No, yeah.
You might have taken
No, I
one on
think
the road
we
here,
took one
but
on the road. Yes.
yeah.
Yes, on the way
Because
to the
my spell slots are back up, so I'm pretty sure we took one on the way here. What was I gonna say? Before we do go, I'll walk back to the innkeeper again. Sorry, how often do you actually see the doctor?
Well, he's not really someone you see. He shows in the papers, gives the speeches every now and again in town center, but it's more you hear about the doctor. You don't see the doctor. You hear that he's come up with a new tonic, or you hear that he's found another way to repurpose the dead. He's a man of industry.
Sure. So, who would come and collect these bodies here, if not for the doctor?
I'm not sure. This has never happened. I don't even know if this is a crime. Technically, it's survival,
It's
but
self-defense.
self-defense and survival, and the city's built upon the ideals of that. You clearly have good survival instincts, or else you'd be dead. I'm not sure if I should call the authorities or not.
No, I think you'll be fine without the authorities. It was just a reaction. I apologize.
As well, I hope you know, Sonny. Next time, get indoors and don't rough up my shop like this.
I apologize. It won't happen again. Trust me.
I'm kind of just like standing there, can I roll an insight check on her, seem like if she's going to call the authorities or like report what's happened?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
That's a 16.
She is 100% bullshitting you right now. The second you leave, she is like, you can see her like standing like stiffly, like holding her arms like this, side eye, like the locals nearby her. This is not something that she can just like not tell anyone about.
Can I just like give a look to Aaron and I'm gonna just meet your eyes, Aaron, and just give you the look of like she's going to tell.
Okay. And right before I leave, then I'm gonna get in real close and whisper in her ear. And if I find out you told anyone about us, or where we're going, or what we're planning, then I'm going to do to you the same thing I did to those fucking machines. And I'm gonna cast Cause Fear.
Oh! Alright, is that a wisdom save?
Yes, sir.
Can I?
Yep.
Can I potentially? I don't know how mechanics of this might work. If I were to do something, could I potentially make her roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, sure. What do you do?
I'd just like to let my eyes for just a second kind of flash bright red at her and give her just like a little cheeky smile.
Yeah. For that, I think that would be just fine. Does a 16 beat your DC?
It does. It's a 15. Not a very high DC.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah, she has a -1 to wisdom, and it was a 17 and 18. But that might be all my good luck for the night.
She has
yeah,
a -1. Meets it, beats it. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, you do the cause sphere. You sort of see it go and wash over her, and she doesn't really change the way that she's standing, but she does look more intimidated now. Like, okay, now these people have threatened me. Oh.
Okay.
Or can I walk forward just kind of towards like where they are, kind of talking to this lady, because I imagine that I was just kind of like staring off into whatever, and just kind of like stand behind Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. The A is always me. Stand behind Aaron and just like slam my scythe down or my walking stick down on the ground and the scythe pop up, just to be like, but I'm little right now, so it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, if you can, since Anne did his thing, Mel helped, you can roll your own independent intimidation check at disadvantage because you are currently a little old lady.
She's no. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have a +7.
Oh my god, okay, I did not know such things. Yeah, at that, like, y'all do that. You do not see what happens behind you, but, like, flash your eyes, you threaten the lady, you do cause fear. She sort of is afraid, but then, like, a split second later, she gets, like, actually afraid when she sees the little old lady slam the scythe down. Something about, like, old lady on old lady violence just does not sit right with her. And she says,
Adrian's like 35!
But the way that I'm always like kind of hunched over,
she carries herself like an Italian grandma.
I do. I carry myself like my Italian nonna. She said, "Oh, she has the spine to the curve from working in the field, picking the sweet potato for 10 for a penny. I sell them in the summer."
Yeah, she says, I won't be causing you no trouble. I have the money to fix my shop, and I'm sure someone will come clean up the mess on their own. Good day. And she's going to back up into her inn and slowly just close the stone door.
I guess we start heading to the university.
Indeed, it is about a I'd say 10 to 15 minute walk, something of that sort. I saw a look of deviousness on Joe's face. Joe, is there anything?
No.
You're just a freaky little guy?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it for now.
That's what I thought. I'm just messing. Okay. So do you all make your way down to the university? Is there anything that you want to do while you go down there? As you go out, though, I will say that about halfway through, you find blood stains on the ground and also char marks, and then also ice. There's a melting sort of spike of ice on the ground. There are char marks from potentially electricity or fire magic, and there is a nice heaping pool of blood.
Before we do get too close to the university, should we find a place to rest? I personally could use one. I think I took the brunt of the hits back there.
It's a little bit far away from this place. I don't like them.
Just any building that might look abandoned or something. I don't know. Somewhere to rest for a second. Catch my breath.
Sure. I mean, we'll see what we can find, but it seems to me that we are probably going to be wanted soon in this town. So we need to be careful.
Yeah. Let's just try to stick to the shadows as we do.
Are you looking for short rest or long rest?
I think short. I'm just down HP. I have all my spells. I don't know about anyone else.
Yep. If it's something like that, then there are like cafes, restaurants, places where you can just have like a sit down real quick. If there's long rest, you'll need to head back towards the way that you came. That was the more hotel inn district area.
Does anyone need a long rest or want a long? Yeah, I'm cool with just a short rest then. As we like find like a cafe or something, can we try and find like a secluded area, like in a corner or something? Secluded table.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me just like a, I guess, perception.
Yeah. 13.
13. Yeah, on the 13, you are, you find like a little restaurant area. It's sort of one of those like French style cafes where it's like you go in, they bring you the stuff, and then you can also, it's like pastries. It's a bakery. It's just a bakery. And in there you're able to find a table near the back corner. But this is, I need everyone to, upon seeing like a restaurant and going into it and seeing the inside, roll a history or just intelligence, medicine check, something like that. It's not a civics check. That's what I need. I need a politics or like a civics check.
Well, whatever it was, I rolled nat 20, so.
Oh hell yeah!
Same.
Oh word! This is the most worthless. Okay, yeah. This is the worst time to roll a nat 20 ever.
Using them up.
Yeah. You go in, you get a seat. You might start like ordering food, and then the thought comes upon you: this island is a whole. It is just a void in the middle of the sea, with blighted crops, and what looks to be nothing but monsters and scoundrels running around it. There's no one making food. This place is has menus that has things such as like coffee or alcohol or juice or some kind of like pastries or meats. But you've been to 3 towns and you've only seen one place, and it was growing sorghum and barley. And you have not seen any ranches.
Meat is.
Do you ask like a waitress that?
Sure.
Yeah. A waitress comes over, college-age girl, like curly brown hair, and she's like taking y'all's order, and when you ask that, she says, "Oh, it's the same kind of meat you're gonna get everywhere else in the city."
Which is, I'm so sorry. I used to be vegetarian, and I don't really know what to order yet. So if you
Oh,
could
not a
help me
problem
out.
at all, people.
God damn it! I knew it. I mean, thank you. Good to know. I might stay on my diet for one more day.
Okay,
Just-
but I promise you that it's done up real well here.
I trust you. And perhaps tomorrow I will bring I bring my husband. We go on a date. We come here, right?
That would be so
Yes.
sweet. I will see you
It's
then.
our anniversary. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Does anyone order the human flesh?
No.
That'd be funny. Okay.
It would be
Anyone wanna-
rude of me to not try the local cuisine as a guest of this city.
Love it.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want some of our pastries, or we have meat pies, or we could do you up a steak real nice?
Oh, could I take a steak? I guess like medium rare. I'm not picky.
Absolutely. Yes, we got a good shipment in recently. And she marks you down for a steak. Does anyone else order anything? Does anyone try the coffee?
All right, Mrs. Lovitz. No.
Hmm.
I think I'll
Yeah,
just
no.
have some of Adam's meat stick.
I'm sure you will.
Meat rope. Meat rope.
Yeah, huge difference. Huge difference.
Yeah, big difference between a meat stick and a meat rope, right?
Yeah, I've got all the food I need.
Do you pull that out in front of the waitress?
Not directly. I'll pull
Okay,
it
yeah.
out when we go sit down.
Word. But yeah, you get your assortment of foods or drinks, whatever you order. You all sit down, get a back table, begin eating. Mel, your steak is delivered. It has an herb garnish, and when you look closer, that herb grass. Uh, it is just a full steak. You can look closer if you want to see what part it is.
It's okay. I'll just take a bite.
Oh my god, yeah, it's good. It's pretty swell. It's got a garlic salty kind of flavor to it. And, they all see you do it. It's crazy. That is bonkers. I did not
Would
expect
anybody
it.
like to try a bite? It's actually pretty good.
I've done some vile
No.
things in my life, but never that, so I'm okay. I think the most of what the interesting thing isn't the fact that you ordered it and eat it, but it's the fact that you ordered it rare.
Well,
think it's
medium
nice.
rare. Medium rare,
It's
actually.
Inspiration. Take an inspiration.
Oh.
That's,
Still pretty
that was
rare.
incredible.
Would,
Catherine,
would you
please take an
consider
inspiration.
this-
What, for just saying medium rare?
No, just for this whole thing. Just
The whole
please,
bit is great.
please. Okay.
Hmm.
That is
I look. There is no food on this island. We have not had any protein, except for Adam's stupid meat roll. We will starve
Stupid?
if we don't.
What do you mean, stupid?
eat.
It's meat rope. What's wrong with meat rope? It's better than people. It's better than
If I
people.
could kill you right now, I would.
We did have a handful of what's the word? What are those things called? Rations? Rations. We had a handful of rations here and there, just to get by.
Look, I'm
But
sure,
this island
I'm,
is going to drain everything from us.
I'm sure
And
they
we're
have
about to-
vegetarian options.
If we
There's
get-
no
if it's-
crops on this island.
To be fair, it has only been 3 days. If it gets to that, maybe we can come back to it. But
Maybe they have a fungus dish. You
Choose
know,
yourself.
plants
It's
can
actually
grow,
quite
things
good.
are dying. The decaying matter turns it back into the dirt, so maybe somebody goes foraging.
Are
You
any
know-
of you talked into eating human steak?
course
no.
not.
Would you consider the human... Oh, I guess, would you consider the human steak to be like human meat cooked by fire?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, I definitely don't.
What? Wait, what? What's the caveat in which you eat it? How does it need to be prepared?
No, maybe like a nice dry age and then slow cook.
It has
Not
like
on
a
the
garlic
fire,
butter. It has garlic butter glaze on it, and it's got these nice. I personally, I have eaten some strange things in France. This is pretty good.
So is that what the eye was for? Little midnight snack for later.
Yeah, you dumb. I'm someone in a British.
Yay.
No,
This is
they're.
amazing.
I'm gonna lean in so like not a lot of people could overhear. I think the steel, whatever they were called, steel wardens, they were made like that, except for the eyes. The eyes were real, and I want to figure out what he is doing.
Right.
I want to
Actually,
know. Oh,
Okay.
go ahead. I was done.
Oh, well, in my little escapade, I actually did find a little bit of information that I don't believe has been shared with the class yet. If I'm not mistaken, this is out of character. I went to the library, and funny enough, there is a secret room with some really cool stuff in that we should probably check out before leaving, and maybe ransack a bit, but that's beside the point. I did figure out how they're making their philosopher's stones. What do I think? What do I have? It seems that they're using them as some sort of batteries, or magic, or for other stuff. Maybe it's what's fueling this entire city. Who actually knows? I mean, one of the only few cities with what I'm assuming is electricity, right? Of course, as we know, they're using human lives. At the very least.
This just occurred to me. This might be y'all's first time seeing electricity. It is 1812 and not a very widely used thing. So, to those of you who are not in more university and scientific world, you have no idea what electricity is. They're just throwing that word around. Continue.
Cool.
Yeah.
Apparently they use human lives. Well, 15 at the very least, it would seem. Something about combining them with mercury, iron, sulfur, and then fire. Big fire. So, whether the cleanup crew is what catches the parties for them to make these philosopher's stones, or whether it's the university, because apparently they need to be intelligent. Very intelligent. In order to be made into philosopher's stones.
So,
Which is why
do you think that the university is some kind of genius farm for philosopher's stones?
It seems to be.
Are they educating people for the purpose of killing them off to create these stones?
It would seem. It's not too far-fetched considering everything else we've seen so far. Everything that these people in charge do is simply to take. It's in order to benefit themselves and not the people around them. They're using the people, whether it's religiously or academically. It's only for their own benefit. The more intelligent a person, the least amount of people that they need. Being smarter than your average person. A very intelligent person, I guess, from what I read, instead of needing 15 average people, if it was a very intelligent person, it would go down to maybe 6 very intelligent people. Just makes it more convenient. Makes it easier for them to farm these philosopher's stones. Gives them the ability to make more in the future if they're not using up all their livestock. To think about it this way, you get more meat out of a fatter cow, or person in this situation.
Does that conclude the short rest at the cafe?
Yeah. Unless I have nothing else to say.
Alright, yeah. If anybody ordered drinks, it'd be about $1 silver. The steak was $3 silver. And they do take tips here.
I was gonna say, was it a woman waitress?
Yes.
I guess it would be a waiter if it was a guy. I'll just pass her, put a gold on the table and just slowly pass it to her with a smile.
Yeah, she's going to clean up y'all's stuff, and she looks back up and she's like, "Oh, thank you." As she picks that up and turns that around. Are there ulterior motives here, or are you just tipping your waitresses?
Just giving her a sweet little smile.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she takes it, she returns it, and she continues cleaning up. But for the duration of your time there, you catch her stealing glances. What do y'all do
Alright,
now
I
after
think
your
it's,
short rest? Yeah, you
I
get
think
your
it's
short
time
rest. You get your short
we
rest of back HP.
you
What else?
guys
Yeah, I'm
you guys
rolling.
ready
I'm
to head off to
rolling.
the university?
I'm rolling hit dice real quick. For a sec.
Yeah, y'all
That's
didn't do
nice.
your HPs while you were sitting here.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I need that. I'm very
Oh,
low. God
yeah,
damn it, that's very bad rolls.
For eating the steak, I'll say that you can do a short rest heal without having to expend any of your die.
Oh wait, do I get a
Because that was
Wait, so how many would I roll then?
so you're like
'Cause
level
there's not
11 now.
Yeah.
yeah, also because we do short rest, because of my feat, everyone else, all of you guys get +9 temporary HP as well.
Yeah,
Or
so
we get a +9 to our healing, or we get 9 temporary hit points.
9 temporary HP +9,
Mhm.
which I think the temporary HP that you guys already had was from this source, so you probably just added on top.
yeah, how much? How low were you, Mel?
I'm down 29 hit points.
Yeah, you just jumpstart yourself back up to full. You ate the steak. That was awesome. But yeah, everybody else, heal yourselves up. And you begin making your way to the university. It's only a few more blocks down. You can get there by following some blood trails on the ground from where Geo Wardens have no doubt captured some people. And upon getting there, you see that it's about a few blocks off of that town square area that y'all were at earlier. But it is just a giant monumental marble building with those classic Greek pillars, but Gothic carvings on the side. There's gargoyles. There are buttresses. There are domes. It is a beautiful work of architecture. And you can either go, there's a front entrance where many people are coming and going, but if you would like to follow the blood trails, it will take you to a side entrance. Tis up to you.
I'm fine to follow the blood trails.
Why not?
I am in agreement.
Yeah. Before we do, can I just take a look around and see? I'm kind of trying to gauge the general mood of the people, just see if they're like on the lookout. Have they heard about, that some of the steel wardens, I forget the name, ward down, and does it look like there is more security around the campus now that we're getting closer?
Since that whole debacle was only about 45 minutes ago, everybody seems to be in like their same lively mood. They are having themselves a good time. And the security seems to be like the same way it typically would be, which is stitched together, human golem monsters just around the building at specific intervals. And following the blood trail, it takes you through a little back alley around the side of the university, which leads into a tunnel underneath, and the outside of that tunnel, it's like the street goes down into a ramp into a tunnel that goes into the basement of the university, and on the outside of that, there are two of those golem creatures. They are currently just standing there, and they're at the bottom of the ramp, not on the top.
So they're not
Yeah, they're not
Not
the
more
metal ones.
steel
These
wood.
ones are
Okay.
These are more fleshy. There are metal bits on them for like armor, like built-in armor. But for the most part, these ones are rock solid human flesh, or whatever else they can find. If you look closer, you might see like a deer.
And the blood goes to where they are.
Yep.
Damn.
And it seems to be also several layers of blood. Like this, as you go there was like little different trails of it going down the streets, but then after a while they all sort of converge into like one Becca blood trail.
Well, the way I see it, we have two objectives right now. One is to potentially stop them from using the bodies they've collected to make philosopher stones. Or see what kind of stuff they're doing. But we also need to see if we can find what keeps the bailiff alive and destroy it. And my guess is Dr. Jupiter is a smart man. He's not going to keep all of his secrets in one place.
Do you suggest we look around a little bit more and then do the blood, or do the blood?
Either that or suggesting that we split up.
As you're all having this conversation, see a guy, a feller, 50 years old, about, got little circle glasses on, and like a very wider brimmed cowboy hat. And he carries like a little medical bag with him and some white robes. And he bumps into one of you and he says, "Oh, pardon me. Just headed my work here." And he bumps into one of you, walks past you, and heads down into the little divot, the ramp. And he goes up to one of the door of the ramp, and he says, "Hector, if you please." And the golem goes to the side, grabs the door, swings it wide open, and he walks in and he tips his head. He says, "Well, much obliged."
Well, so whoever goes in there is going to have to be very stealthy. Or very good at acting. Or disguises.
I think I've got none of that. I've never practiced those talents.
Hold on, give me a quick rundown again. Okay, so it's a ramp going down, right? Is it like just a ramp? There's nothing else, and there's two guards golems standing at the door. Is it just a ramp? Like, even if we try to sneak in, there's no possible way to sneak in, or like, is it only one way to get through, or can we go around in
Make a perception
way?
check.
No. 3.
Yeah, from what you see, they're standing at the bottom of the ramp. The doors are pull doors. They're not locked.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, just what you have seen just now.
Hmm. Should we maybe try to find another way in?
Yeah, maybe we should do a little bit more looking around. I mean, I don't see us being able to just walk past those two. So,
me neither.
We do some spying, and then if we want, we can always come back here. Or we could find an escape route for when we go through there.
Sure. Yeah, can I just continue walking around the side of the building and just see what I can see?
Absolutely. Roll me a perception. But the side of the building, it is tall and ornate windows, almost like those you would see in a church. Most of them are stained glass, but the glass is stained white and yellow instead of the reds and the blues and the golds. And looking in through most of them, you get to see classrooms. What did you roll?
23.
A 23. So, looking through most of those windows, you see classrooms. But in one particular window, it's still a stained glass window. It's not like a pull-up or an open kind of dealie. But you do see an empty class. It is a room. It's got a filled out chalkboard, but completely empty seats. The lights aren't on. There is no professor. The doors are closed on the inside.
I see what kinds of things are on that chalkboard.
Yeah, with your perception check, you can see that it looks just like plain advanced math. You don't understand any of it. If this was like magic or something, you'd be able to tell what those symbols are, but this is, unless you read Latin, you would have never seen these characters before.
My character knows Latin.
Well, then you see those characters and you're like, that's not a word. That's not how you spell
Okay.
that. What are numbers doing here?
All right. And is that all there is? And this is on the side of the building?
Yeah, this is on, so like, back of the building is where the ramp is. On the
Okay.
left side is where you are now. And then around midway through the left side, you see the broken window. Or not the broken window, the probably soon to be broken window of the empty classroom.
All right. Wondering if there's any way I can do this quietly.
Right now you're in sort of like an alleyway area. It's not like a dirty, dingy alley, but it is still the in-between of two buildings. It's not like there is like the sparse person like taking a shortcut through there, but it is mostly just like side exits through the surrounding building.
All right, I'll return to the group. And I'll talk to Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Do you think that it's possible for you to put a man-sized hole into a stained glass window without making substantial noise?
Definitely something I can try. I don't see why not.
All right, come with me, and I head back to the window.
I do have a thought as we're going in that direction. If I'm thinking about this correctly, can I look up and see if there's any smoke coming from the university or anything?
Absolutely. There is a just like roll me a perception, I guess.
That is 6 or a 9. It's a 9, so 10.
Okay, yeah. You look up and you don't quite see much because the entire sky above you is dark clouds, so it would be hard to see more dark clouds on top of that.
As we're going over, I will say, if I'm thinking about this correctly, fire smoke has to go somewhere. If they're making these philosopher stones down there, they need fire, they need to burn, which the smoke needs to go somewhere. There has to be some sort of ventilation system or something. If we can't find another door, maybe we could go in through the quote-unquote chimney, I guess, if we can find it.
Well, I mean, if we can find a way to the roof.
If we have to climb through the chimney, I will. That is not okay. Yeah. And she's like kind of like a little bit frazzled with that. Yeah. If I decide to go through the chimney. I'm not going to go through that way. Maybe I could stay. I could keep watch, or
Well, we don't have to go all the way to the roof per se, especially if this is a multiple level building, right? If it's like 2 or 3 stories, can't really tell. But there should be it should be like a shaft, right? If we find the shaft entrance from the middle or from the the first floor, we could just go down it.
But
we don't have to, we wouldn't have to go all the way up to the roof, is what I'm saying. If that's what
not
you're worried about.
No. I don't like fire that much. So going into a fire hole, maybe not my favorite, but I can always keep watch, or we can find another way in, or one of you could just cover my eyes somehow while we shimmy in there, because I just can't look. I know there's probably no fire in there right now, but panic attack.
We'll figure something out. It'll be fun. But
I
let's
still
look at
like
this
the
glass.
idea of breaking the window.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this
Huh.
glass.
Let's do that.
Alright, yeah. Y'all head over to the window and you see the same thing that I described to Adam previously. What do you do?
All right, cool. So I have thieves' tools, right?
Yes. You would have thieves' tools, daggers, whatever's in your inventory, my man.
Cool. How thick do these things look?
I mean, it's a stained glass window. It's not tempered. It's not like bandit glass like we have in American windows. So it's just there's no like metal lining. It is just stained glass, like not welded together, but like you can see like sort of melted together so that it sticks in a very fine way. But you'd guess it's 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. I'm not sure the standard on window thickness, but it's a standard window.
Cool. So another thing, right?
Indubitably.
In my coat jacket of many things, I do have a 2nd level spell scroll
Yes.
that I don't think we ever decided what's in that.
We did not, I don't suppose.
If we want to make it fair, I'm willing to roll a luck check for a silence spell, because it is a level 2 spell.
Yeah. This was in the jacket when you made the jacket, correct?
Yes.
Dumbass. I have the silence spell.
Don't
Roll a
waste your spells, we're
D100
fine.
and get above a 63.
I'm all for this. Don't waste your spell slots. It's fine. 63.
Yeah, get above a 63. Make or break, 63, we'll say.
Hiya! Oh my fucking god, really? I can't roll today. No, 20. That's a 29.
Yeah. You go in to look at the spell scroll, and you look at it, and it is we'll say it is a spell scroll of heat metal.
Heat metal? I can still do something.
Sure, why not? It's a druid spell, I don't care.
Fuck yeah, I can just. Okay, I'm not. It's all good. Then I guess, if that's the case, then I guess I'll try to use my thieves' tools to like very heist-like make a.
You're gonna Puss in Boots it?
I am gonna Puss in Boots it.
Alright, roll me a sleight of hand.
This is what I wanted.
Bonus
Because it would have been a
points
lot
if you do
funnier
it.
to just cast. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot funnier if I just cast silence and just fucking. Like, can you do it silently? I mean, I could try. Here we
Bonus points if you do it in the shape of like a human silhouette. So you have
go.
to
If I
hole
can
in the wall.
fucking roll. I have not rolled well. I've rolled averagely all session. No, fuck. Do I have something? I could make myself. Okay, I do have my fucking.
You have your
roll
caravan
of the
ability.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already used it. You used it.
Oh,
Did
used
I?
in the
During the
fight?
fight.
Against the fight. God fucking damn it.
Unless
Shit.
it resets at short rest.
No, it's after a long rest. Fuck. Yeah, because we had the whole conversation about how it works, right? Yeah. What am I doing? Sleight of hand?
Yeah. You're a roll. You can't roll bad on sleight of hand.
It's
You'd be
impossible. You
surprised.
can't roll badly.
I will tell you, it is not a natural one.
Well, yeah, then you've got this.
That's all you need.
It is
basically 20.
It's a 2.
Got reliable talent.
I don't think so. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's higher level because I multi-class like an idiot.
Or
What is it with your modifier?
It's 11th level for reliable talent. So even if it was, I'm not that high.
No, I meant
With my
what's your
modifier,
sleight
it
of
is a
hand with
10.
the modifier?
It's a 10. I have a +8 sleight of hand.
As I'm watching this, can I tell that he's about to fail horribly at this?
Yeah, no,
Can I
because
cast?
you
Can
you
I
see
cast
this
silence?
yes.
You see him like tapping at the glass, and it's
I've
like just
genuinely never done
slowly
this before.
like cracking bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Roll another luck check because breaking glass, it's an RNG thing. Roll another luck check. Roll a D100.
All right. Cool.
But this
I
is
will.
going to happen silently. Silence does get cast.
All right. Cool.
Has
Alright.
anyone
RNG is
like
wild.
move the window pane? Is it just one glass sheet, or is it like, you know how it's like the glass windows and you can open it up, or is it just like
It's
a
not one of those,
It's like
yeah.
a solid stained glass pane.
It's like a
That would be the
welded together
funniest thing.
stained glass. What?
That would be the funniest thing
trying
if
to-
I just like it breaks and then you just
It just swings. open.
You
I don't know what
roll
I'm
it,
supposed to
we'll
roll,
see.
but I got a 96.
Okay.
I don't know if high is
You-
better.
You do this. Yeah, no, high is better. Yeah, so you do this, silence get cast on you, and the perfect silhouette of a human being is broken into the glass.
Well, oh, you can't hear me. You just see me. You just see my mouth moving.
Yeah, no, it's just completely silent. The window
I'll
is
pass through
open.
first. Why not? Yeah, I'll pass through first.
You pass through first. There's shattered glass underneath your feet. The classroom, like I said, is empty. It's not like a full lecture hall. It's like a smaller type of classroom. And the lot of you are able to get in. You're broken into a classroom. Gang, you are all inside of an empty classroom. You can hear lectures going on through the stone walls and the hustle and bustle in the hallways. What do you all do?
Well, we're inside. um,
So should we just like ask one of the students if they know Dr. Jupiter, or do you think that would be like too suspicious?
I'm not sure. Hmm.
Before we do, can I get a general layout? How, like, so the down ramp to the main door was where, and how far away from where we are now?
Yeah, so you are on the, we'll say, compass wise, you're on the west side of the building in a classroom.
Mhm.
The ramp was on the south side of that building, and it led into a basement, a floor below you. This building has floors on top of you as well.
Okay. Well, I think the best course of action is to be blend in. Look around, maybe for any way downstairs. If splitting up is the best course of action, I'm not sure, but maybe it is.
I'm not sure how if we should just yet. I don't know what the reaction's going to be from all of the other people here if we just walk out. Can I look around? Are there any other ways to leave this room besides like the door?
Not that you could roll a perception check, but off the top of my head, not that I would think of. There's the door into the hallway, there's the broken window. It is a very, standard college room.
I got a way out for you if you need one.
I have an idea, but it would only work to get 2 of us out.
Oh, don't worry, I have a way to get all of us out.
And what would that be?
Well, I'm waiting for Adam here to finish looking around.
Oh.
Oh, it's all right. It looks like the only way we can get out of this room is out into the main hall. So the idea is, how are we going to get out there without getting without them finding out we're not supposed to be here?
I've got this, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Alter Self on myself again.
Okay.
I got a brief glimpse of that, very important looking individual who went downstairs.
Okay.
So with Alter Self, as I've done this, I've done this before. Transform my appearance. I decide what I look like: height, weight, facial features, the sound of my voice, hair length, color, basically anything. Yeah, so I'm gonna make myself look like that doctor dude we just saw.
Okay.
And same voice, same down to like every little detail that I was able to catch on him in that glimpse meeting.
All right. Do such things.
Okay. And as I do, I'm gonna go to the door, open it, and very loudly, bright. What does his voice sound like?
Sort of like a Kentucky type of draw, like a foghorn leghorn.
No idea.
Benoit Blanc.
Sorry.
Potentially just like a southern accent.
Southern. Ooh, can I do a southern accent?
You're American.
Yeehaw. Yeehaw, howdy. No, I'm not. I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best, I guess. And just open the door and very loudly. Oh, you guys are all bright young people. I tried to. Oh wow. Okay. Words.
I'm just waiting for a performance
guys-
check for this.
Are you
Sorry,
in canon
words.
also fumbling the bag?
Would I? I
Is
don't
that
know.
just right here?
I think that's just me. That's just me fumbling really.
Okay, yeah. So
but,
in canon, you're not fumbling the bag.
yeah.
Good to
So
know.
I
Totally
opened the
rocking
door.
this.
I opened the. I would have thought through what to say.
Here,
I
think
opened the door.
while you do a performance check. Please think about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let this performance check
Well, let it speak
dictate
for
how
itself.
I'm gonna do. Okay, that's not bad. 14.
Yeah, it's about what you said earlier.
Cool. So yeah, I opened the door. Oh, you guys are all bright young people. Thank you for asking all those questions. If you need any more tutoring in the next couple of days, don't hesitate to ask. I appreciate all the questions, and I appreciate the very fumbling again. Wow. All the I know you guys will do great in your field and coming up. The curious minds, yes. And I
Right.
jest all of you out the door.
I'm just gonna link arms with Adrienne as we walk out and just pretend like we were like sitting next to each other in class. Just like, this was so boring. Well, not it. Like, that was so boring. I don't know. I have to take this stupid class.
I know it's like I don't like to be in. I don't want to be inside, and the materials is a little stupid. So it's like it's pointless.
Yeah.
I'd much rather
and,
be turning.
As I walk out, I just turn around like, thank you, sir. This was a very good, informative class today. I had a very, very good time. And then I'm gonna keep walking down the hall, and then I'm gonna kind of nudge somebody in the hallway, just like a random person, and be like, hey, I'd like to thank him, but I don't remember what his name is. Could you do you know who that is? I'm sorry. I went the whole class. He didn't introduce himself when we started, and I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you find like a kid with some glasses, and he goes, yeah, he goes, oh, certainly. That's the good Professor Singleton. He teaches human anatomy.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Singleton. It was a very good class today. Very, I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah. As you go into this hallway, this entire building reeks of academia. All of this dressed up in like white pressed shirts. They're wearing ties. They're wearing those brown tweed jackets, elbow patches. Some of them are very hungover. some of them are on uppers. This is a college hallway if you've ever seen one. It's decorated. There's a lot of like overly fancy art, probably art that's probably full of itself. And there are students and professors alike walking down the hall, going in and out of classrooms as they please.
Wait, so you said everyone is wearing uniforms?
Not uniforms, but like,
Okay.
you know, like there's a look to it. Like they're like
They look very formal.
it's a formal type of deal. It's how you imagine a Harvard student would dress when you're like 12.
Okay. I feel like you just saved my life by giving me my own name, so thank you. I had no idea if anyone stopped me later. I'm like, who am I? So, I'm gonna walk out the hallway, and I'm gonna see if I can catch any other professors, or just see if I can catch any other professors.
Yeah, make a perception check. And
I have not been rolling well.
Yep, and also like you would know that going southbound would get you towards where the ramp was, and it's just a matter of finding out how to change floor.
Yeah,
I say southward. I mean, like it's not technically south; it's the building south, but you know.
Yeah. It's where I would be heading that way and see if on my way there, like I can find any professors or anything.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. 9.
Yeah, I mean, you see like older people that have cases with them.
Okay.
Also, are you all walking the same direction?
I was gonna say, did we figure out where we were going to go?
I figured we were splitting up again, so I'm doing my own thing.
I mean, you don't have to split up. It could just be like an awkward thing where it's like, oh yeah, thank you. Oh, you're going this way. Oh.
Is there any like corner to round?
Yeah, there'd be some like
I'd be like, I'm gonna turn to Mel and be like, go along with this, okay? And as we like turn around the hallway, I'm going to use my my like walking stick as though I'm blind. It's my cane. And I'm just be like, oh, thank you. Like, oh, thank you for helping me. This is my assistant. I don't know. And like try and find somebody. Be like, do you know where the stairs are? I can't see.
Yes. Roll a performance check. Or deception.
Since I'm there with her, can I
Yeah.
aid in that somehow?
Yeah. Can help action. Was it
Unless she got a nat 20.
Hey!
Alright.
Second nat 20 I've gotten today. I haven't had one of those in like months.
This is quite a bit of an oddity because the spell Greater Restoration exists, but beyond that, there's a group of like girl students talking, and they're like, "Oh, just down that way and to the right. Then you'll find the central staircase."
You, assistant, you know which way they pointed, right?
Yes, I've got you. Just follow my arm.
Oh, thank you, and thank you, girls as well. Why did I say that in that accent? Grazie. Thank you, girls. Go this way.
Adam, are you following Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, word. Aaron, you see like older folks with their little cases. You can assume they're professors. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna... What time of the day is it right now?
It is just like an hour past 12, so it is 1. You do not know if it is AM or PM.
Okay, cool.
But
I'm
there are
just gonna
people
walk
here.
up to one and whisper. Is it me, or are these students getting a little harder to teach every day?
Yeah. You find like an older gentleman. It's like, oh, I tell you. Yeah, I've been in the game for quite a bit. Oh, Professor Singleton, of course. And he like takes a step back and like does a little like thing, and gives you like a very strong handshake. He says, "It's quite an honor, sir. I'd love to see you on the first floor."
Oh, I know. It's a bit of a test that we're running downstairs, see how maybe we can accelerate some things.
Of
Some
course,
of the
sir.
learning.
The tests never stop downstairs.
Of course they don't. Speaking of which, actually, we've had a bit of trouble with the security downstairs.
What's been wrong with it, sir?
One of the kids that wasn't supposed to be there yet ended up down there. You know how these kids get with their dares and their games.
I do.
And I usually, yes. Now, I know that the front door is very well guarded, and anyone that's not supposed to be down there isn't down there. Of course, we had to deal with that student, unfortunately. Very gifted, bright young man. Oh well. Anyway.
Also, are you doing the guy's voice like in canon, and you're just like
I'm trying. I don't know.
And
how
you're
to do
just
a southern
unable
accent.
to do a southern accent as well. Okay.
You could just assume that as if I'm not doing the British accent, it's me trying to do the.
That's what I was checking on.
Okay. But anyway, I digress. You're around the students more than I am, of course. You wouldn't happen to have heard of anything about any accidental doorways leading downstairs? Maybe they found a hole they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, roll a deception check.
Gotcha. I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Okay. Should have been better. Whatever. +9, 16.
Okay, yeah, 16. He says, I don't know, sir. There's the main staircase down, but once you get down there, most doors they're locked, unlike they are up here.
So you haven't heard of any door being open that's not supposed to? Any holes that need to be covered up?
He says, yeah, he does. He has not heard of such things.
Alright. Well, keep an eye out. If the students tell you anything, let me know.
Yes, sir.
And, is there a teacher's lounge in this first floor? You know me, I hardly spend any time here.
Yes, and he, points you towards one. There's one near the, middle bottom side of the building.
Alright. I'll go into the teacher's lounge real quick.
Alright. Adam, are you following?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna cut over to the girls. The girls, what are y'all doing?
I guess I'm leading Adrian towards the staircase that the girls pointed us to.
Incredible. Yeah. As you move towards the more central area, the central front area of the building, you see that it is much like a really nicer library. It is a lobby area where there are students coming and going, and then a spiral staircase going up and then also down.
I want to whisper to Mel. Just go.
I didn't think this through very much. I just wanted to kind of get told where the stairs were. I don't know where we're going.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll just work around it. We could either go back to the, maybe we were just trying to let you get some exercise by going down the stairs if we get caught, or I can persuade some people if we need to.
Yeah.
But maybe we should wait until there's a moment to slip down the stairs where not a lot of people are looking.
It's not like this is not guarded. Now that you're like inside the school, there are students going downstairs. They have classes down there as well.
Gotcha.
But-
Okay. So I guess we can just kind of go down, and I'll just keep like leading her and being like, okay, there's a step.
You can make a perception check if you'd like to like observe the types of people going down.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you see that it's mostly older students. You can see that the light has kind of left their eyes a little bit. But as you head down the stairs, you see that it still keeps the same decor, but it switches from a marble stone to a granite, which is like a darker gray. And it branches off into a few different hallways. There's the one going on the building's east side, which is more of a medical hallway. There's another one going on the building's west side, which is an alchemical one. And then there is the final one, which is a hallway going down the building's south side, which is religious studies.
And from before, we would, in order to kind of go to the area we were wanting to get to, what direction do we need to go to?
Southbound.
Okay. Will we even be able to tell after coming down like a spiral staircase which way is which?
I mean, yeah, you still have your bearings. You still have like your bearings. You can see that wall is the closest to you, so that's probably the wall because the walls have not changed position. And you can still have your bearings in this situation.
I think we should go down this hallway. I think that's towards where the ramp led to.
A good idea. I like that. Lead on.
I guess I keep leading us.
All right. You all start heading down that a ways, and as you do, you see classes happening, and like you could take looks into the windows, and you see there's like the blackboard has drawings of like different symbols, idols, fetishes of the religious nature, of course, not the Val kind. And I'm sorry, I had to give him a stray. And most of the students going down this way are wearing a symbol around their neck. These are, let me see if I have written down what the symbol is. Because I remember having written this before. But it is a symbol that you recognize as the symbol that is on all of the paraphernalia of the bailiff. And I remember what it is. It is a triple, so 3 crosses all connected together. The one in the middle is an upright cross, and then the ones on the side are bottom or upside down. And this, yeah.
I was gonna say we would immediately recognize that.
Yeah.
Just from how much we've interacted with the bailiff.
Mm-hmm. You've been on this island. Oh, wait, not. Oh, God. Olivia's got me doing it. Not Bailiff Rebus. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that you have to cross out your notes. I know you write these 10.
Cursed us.
You've cursed me. You've cursed my tongue. It's both backwards now. But yeah, that is the symbol that's been on the Rebus churches. And this is sort of the equivalent of going through a Catholic school and seeing crucifixes on people. As you are all making your way down that hallway, we cut back up to the boys heading towards the teacher's lounge. You make it to where the teacher's lounge is in the building. Do both of you go inside?
I'll go inside, but I'll just kind of like very subtly give Adam a symbol, just kind of like
Alright, so I guess I'll go explore a little bit. I'm gonna try to pose as a student, as I already was. Um,
What do you do?
yeah. So, in what direction from where we came in was like that student or that teacher's lounge area that we went to?
Yep, it
So, I know
was.
we came in on the west side of the building.
Yeah, it would have been southeast of you.
Okay. So I'll just keep exploring down that hallway, just towards the east side of the building.
Yeah, as you do, you see that these are mostly like gen eds, like very base level classes on the first floor. They make the more experienced students like get a more exercise in climbing up higher stairs. After a little bit though, you do see something you haven't seen before. The previous stitched together soldiers that and larger hulking monsters, but you see going down the hallway a creature that is much taller and thinner. It's still, looking at it, you can see that this is humanoid in nature and seems to be some type of undead. But looking at it, it looks like if you put a human in a stretcher, one of those medieval stretchers, and if they could survive that, this is what they would look like. And they are going around giving, asking people questions, which is fascinating because this is the first one you've seen that can actually sentence.
I'll approach him. I don't know.
You do, and it is wearing black clothes of like somewhat decent quality. You can still see that it's like a don't waste good clothes on the dead kind of mentality on its fashion, but it leans over in like over and above you type of way, and it looks down at you and says, "Windows broke. Have you seen?"
No, sir. What window are we talking about?
On the ways. Mathematics.
That's the class. That's the class I just came from, but it wasn't broken when I left, so not sure about now.
Deception check. It like tilts its head.
$26.
Jeez.
I'm a +8 to deception.
Singleton, send to me.
Right? What did he send you for?
Send him to me.
Send him to
outside
you?
of the class. Eyewitness.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he is now. I mean, when I stopped, he went to the teacher's lounge, but I know I'm not allowed in there, so.
And it begins marching its way towards the teacher's lounge. And he turns back and
Good
says,
luck with that.
and he says, "Thank you, boy."
Yep, no problem.
Mhm.
And I just kind of spoke to myself like, I hope he gets caught. I'm secretly thinking to myself.
So, all right. Yeah, in the teacher's lounge, Professor Singleton, you see that it's mostly like fresher faced professors in there. These are gen ed classes after all. And they're making themselves coffee. They're pulling things out of cabinets, eating packed lunches, working on lesson plans.
Okay, so there's a lot of people here.
I mean, it's like 6 or 7. Standard teacher's
All
lounge.
right. So I'll walk in, just kind of take a look around. Is this the same thing? Just one door? There's only has the one door, and then
No.
like.
This is I'm basing this off of the teacher's lounge that my school had. There is a door on the side you came in, and then the opposite side. So there's a door that will take you more southward, and then there's your side, which is on the north. I'm getting too many compasses in the.
All right, cool. I'll walk in and assuming it seems that I am someone of import here. Just kind of like clear my throat. I'm sorry to interrupt your lunches, everyone, but do you mind if I have the room just for a second?
Roll performance intimidation. One of those two. Persuasion or intimidation.
I believe they're both. Well, nope, my persuasion is better.
Okay.
With persuasion. Yeah. I needed a better die. Thank God. All right. 12. Yeah, I can't roll today.
Okay. A lot of them look at you sort of puzzled and they say, sir, don't you have a private office? Why do you need our lounge here?
Work down. I'm mentally trying to picture the room. How close am I to the downstairs?
Well, I mean, you know that there are stairs in the opposite direction where you came from, but where you are now, you'd be like sort of right above where they would be taking the cart, or where they would be taking the bodies.
Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Work downstairs. Just making sure nothing is seeping through, as it were.
Oh, well, we haven't smelled anything, but we keep fresheners by the ventilation, lavender and the like.
It's not a smell type thing. It's a magical type thing seep through. So if you could just give me the room for a few minutes. I want to make sure nothing's coming through. And it is for your own good. It could be dangerous, volatile.
Roll one once more. This time, deception.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, fuck. +9. 14.
14. I'll say they feel bad, yeah. You hold some weight above them. They're like, okay, but our break time is precious to us, so please don't take too long. And they make their ways and they shuffle out. They leave some of their stuff there. What do you do with the empty room? It's like a 20 by 20 foot room. It's not that big.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, how square footage of the university, more or less, do you think?
No 20 by 20. Okay, square footage of the university? Big, very big. I'm bad with feet.
Yeah, okay,
and
so
scale.
If just this room is like 20 by 20, it's a pretty big room. Okay, I don't know if it'll reach, but I'm gonna try to message Mel. It's only 120 foot radius, or not radius. It's 120 foot range. So.
Oh man, how much is that? I mean, that sounds right. That sounds like it'd work. That's a long distance. It's not like.
Can it go through walls? Is the question, because we're several stone walls apart.
Yeah, it can go through magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, 1 thin sheet of lead, and 3 feet of wood.
I'm assuming there are more than 1 feet of stone between us by this point.
How
thick are the walls? How thick is the floor?
It's not how thick are the walls, it's how many walls are there. Because you need to have a path that is 120 feet that would go through every doorway. That would take 2, but then it wouldn't be able to go through the stone. So messaging from here might not be on the table, even if distance is correct. You'd be able to get one. So I'd say you'd be able to get one to Aaron.
Okay.
Or to Adam. All these A names. Thank you, Mel.
So I try to message Mel. It doesn't work. I'm like, fuck. I'll switch over to Adam. Where are you?
Is that how that works? I can talk back?
Can you respond?
Yes, you can. You can respond.
Okay.
The target can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh, okay. I'm still out in the hallway. I've gone down the hall a bit. You'll have company soon, so be careful. Very tall man. Golem, like what we've seen already, but taller, and he can speak and think properly. So, sorry, there's just nothing I can do. He's coming down there.
That's fine, not an issue. Listen, I need you to go to the other side of the teacher's lounge. There's a door on the other side. I need you to do it quickly, and if there is professors there, distract them. If not, tell me.
How do I get to the other side?
Square, bro.
I've
Just
never
do
been here
something,
before. All right. I'll try. I'll try to get to the other side.
Just hug the right wall. Hug the wall on your right side, and you'll make it.
Right. Yeah, hug the right wall. You make it out of the maze. It's fun plan. All right.
I don't
gonna
even know what skill
try
check
and-
that
I'm-
is. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and navigate my way to the other side of the teacher's lounge.
I mean, I don't know what skill check that is. We'll say athletics just for speed.
Athletics.
You gotta beat the shambling man there.
Oh, I'm not very athletic, but let's try it. 18. Roll a 19.
Okay, we'll say yeah. We'll say you. We'll say
Dude,
you
I'm
beat him.
hitting today.
We'll say you beat him there. So like, you see him. He's not that fast, and you like pass him down the hallway, and you get to the door. Put a nice like knock there. There are like teachers on the outside, like sort of like in their little circle.
Wait, did he say you wanted me to scare them off? Is that
I'll
what you
send
said?
another message. I'll after like about a minute, I'll send you another message. Be like, okay, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here. I see the other professors outside.
Yeah, I just need you to make a distraction for me. Distract the
Right.
professors and make sure they're not looking at the door.
All right. Sure. I will. In these hallways, it's like electric lamps lighting this place up, right? Or is it like what's lighting this place up?
It is electric light. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that doesn't help. Is there anything just generally in the room I can light on fire?
Oh my god, there's art on the walls.
There's art on the walls.
There's carpet. There's art.
All right, I'm gonna use prestidigitation
Okay.
to create a small spark to light a painting on the wall across the room on fire.
Roll a stealth check.
What's your 14?
14. I mean, like they see you do it. You go up. Painting is now on fire, and one of the
Yeah, I'm
like,
just gonna act really surprised. I'm like, what was that?
oh my god. Okay, cut back to the inside. What are you doing? Inside of the teacher's lounge. Well, I'm gonna deal with you
Right.
later.
Feeling way too high profile, which is the opposite of what I like to do when I do this shit. I'm going to drop the appearance of the professor.
Damn it. Okay.
And I can still, with the same spell, because it lasts for an hour, while the spell lasts, I can end one option as an action and gain the benefit of a different one. So, I'll drop the form of the professor and then change appearance again. to a much younger, it just me, but like how I looked when I was 18. So the black hair turns white, the slight like laughter lines, wrinkles start to like seize a little bit, and I just kind of look like just a little bit like buffer, you know, that little less age.
Okay, yeah.
Agey.
Yeah,
And then
as you do that, the door swings right open on the side you came
Ooh.
into. And the big, tall feller walks in, looks around, stands over you. Singleton, have you seen?
Singleton. Oh dear. I believe he said he was heading downstairs. You just missed him.
Deception check.
Please, I can't roll today. I'm gonna do a different dice. Fuck this dice.
He beats the
Hiya.
shit out of you. He doesn't
Dude.
even roll, he just does it.
Deception?
Yeah, deception.
11? I rolled a 2.
And he casts detect magic on you.
Yeah. Okay,
And
cool.
you could see like that makes that noise, and you're kind of covered in a blue light real quick. It's almost like a flashlight or a camera, and you see it like come out of the palm of his hand. And he goes, "You're not right."
Not the first time I've heard that, to be fair.
And he sort of sizes you up a little. We're gonna cut to the girls. The girls, how is y'all's floor going? So yeah, y'all are making your way down the southward hallway, and as you get to the end of it, if you want, you can peer inside of classes or, you know, do whatever you want there. But as you get towards the end of the hallway, you see a not heavily guarded, but heavy door. This is the first iron door you've seen that isn't stone. And this, above, like, there's a little gold plaque next to the door that just says, Singleton's Laboratory.
You said it was iron.
His iron. His not stone.
And you said it was a gold plaque.
Yes, gold plaque with the professor's name on it. The door has no windows. There are no windows outside of it. Just a decorated wall with some nice paintings and the door itself.
Guess I'll look over at Adrian. Do you think we should go in?
You said there's no like windows on the inside or anything like that.
No windows, no guards, nothing like that.
No windows. That might not be easy for an escape, but we could go in and then. Oh, that's a tough.
I could go in first if you want to stay out here.
No. You should not go in alone. Besides, this act has been working so far. So.
Just want to put you in danger, though, if something goes wrong.
Yes, but I'm the one who protects. I am the punching bag for when we get into trouble, and if I'm not there, then it's gonna punch squishier. Doesn't mean you can't defend yourself. I'm saying about taking punches.
There are things more important than just brute strength, Adrian. You would do well to
Exactly,
remember that.
That's where you come in. I am the muscle, but I'm also a blind person right now. You take care of all the other stuff. I am the protection.
I can go inside and look, and if I scream or yell for you, you can come and help. Does that sound okay? Or would you rather come with me?
Oh, really? That door looks... I'd really rather come with you. Perhaps... I don't know if I've actually used my invisibility during the day.
Well, I mean, I guess I probably can't open the door myself anyway. I am still just a woman, a petite woman.
Oh, mon chéri. Let us go up into
Actually, it'd be
the...
ma chérie because I am a female, but that is another. We will work
Je
on your
voudrais...
French.
Je voudrais you. Right, I
You
went to
attempt to
Paris.
open the
I
door.
learned 2 sentences. Yeah.
Okay, so you attempt to open the door.
hmm
It is unlocked. And it swings wide open. Who goes inside?
I will go first.
Both of you go? Okay. You go in and you see a sort of a surgery room. You can see the professor in the back of the room, over some kind of medical bed. There are 2 pits beside him, and there are cells on either side of the room, cells with iron bars. In the middle of the room is a workstation of some sort. It seems to be like a place for like tinctures or something of that nature. And then there are observational chairs around the side of the room that you came in on, so that people can watch him work. But as you go in, he says, "Oh, please do come in. I love an audience. Tell me, what field are y'all in? I can try to make my commentary a little more narrowed."
I study more medicine, and I believe my friend here. What was it again? Was it alchemy or was it? I forget. You switched majors. It was tough choice.
No, my fascination has turned more to the art of hematology, or the learning more about the blood in the human body and how it balances with the other fluids in the human's body to regulate. It's very interesting to me.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I forget all the time. I'm not good with that word.
We got plenty of both in there. You can ignore the chairs. It's not a big crowd today. Please, come on up. And as you approach, you see that in the cells on either side of the room, there are about 6 people total with autopsy scars on their chest and no legs below the knee. Well, nah, we'll say it cuts off at the thigh. Those people are, for the most part, unconscious, and the ones that are conscious are not making any noise. They are sitting in chairs, their arms bound to the arms of the chair. There's about 6 of them in total.
I think I'd rather not sit.
As you approach, you can see that the 2 pits on either side of him, one is filled with bones, the other is filled with legs. The legs range in terms of freshness, but they all look to be week old at most. Bones are bones. And the medical bed that he has in front of him currently has a person strapped to it. Looks to be probably a homeless guy. He's got pretty rough facial hair. He looks pretty unkempt. Currently, one of the mouth things around him, and his head strapped down, his arms strapped down. He's thrashing quite a bit. The professor says to you, "You all came in at quite a nice time. This is my last one today. So, let me start with the medical aspect of this. There is no better feat in a doctor than doing an amputation as quickly as possible. Me, I can get through this whole man's leg in under 3 seconds. And there's plenty of blood if you want to look at that. What are y'all names?
My name is Ren.
Ah,
My name is Charlotte.
well, shut up. There's gonna be plenty of blood here. Most of it gets collected. We have little drains under here, and what we collect, we send up towards Batskin or Bat Screech. They love it up there. But so he takes out a bone saw, and he goes, "The patient currently has his legs, and we cannot have that because with legs one can run away, and also we gotta feed this here town." And he begins sawing, and like he said, in under 3 seconds, he fully cuts the man's left leg. And with a horrible, wet, snapping sound, it like falls off, and he scrapes it to the side into the leg pit. And immediately he goes over towards his workstation. He grabs a long rod, like iron, a long iron rod that has been resting in a sort of fire, and he goes, "Now, we don't want the patient to bleed out quite yet," and so, and cauterizes the wound. And then he goes and he does the same to the other leg.
Fascinating. Let me time you this time.
This guy is thrashing and screaming the whole time. And then after that, he's like, "Alright, so next up, we need this for, more magical purposes. Most of us in the town do not practice magic, but the good doctor needs a pretty solid stream of organs coming in." And so he autopsies like a big T mark down the middle of the guy's chest, pulls his skin back, and he takes a large piece of tongue and begins removing ribs from his rib cage. He's like, "So the ribs is what keeps us away from the good stuff. We want the heart and the liver. Everything else is kind of optional. And we have things in the building. We have things here to keep this man from dying, because there's other things he can be used for. Serve his city one final time." And he is removing ribs. At this point, the person is passed out from the pain. And he's tossing the ribs in the bone pit. And after a little bit, he pulls out a clockwork heart, it seems to be. It's like, "So, you want to take this here, because this might be your job one day if you do good enough. You want to take this here and snip, snip, pulls out a beating heart, places the clockwork heart back in, and sews it back in its spot, and does the same with a clockwork liver." Yes, indeed. And so he says, "Alright, now we just sew him back up, way that he was. And we'll, here, this one seems quite heavy. If one of you want to help me get him into a seat in one of the cells." And he starts sewing up the wounds. He's cauterized both of the legs. And if one of you help him, like, get the man into one of the cells on the right side of the room, he like goes over, unlocks the door, sets him down, straps him in, and he's like, "We usually feed him a couple times a week, but and not right now. They've already eaten this week. But this is what we captured this month so far. Pretty bountiful day yesterday. We got about 3. Most days we don't get none."
Fascinating, Doctor. I have a question. Have you ever thought about reusing these people, like only taking like half of the organ and then like healing them, perhaps? That way they regrow and you can harvest again and again. I don't know if he needs full organs or just like organ meat.
That is a fascinating idea, and it could work with the liver. Not the heart, but the liver, because the liver can grow on its own. That is quite a good idea. Oh, what year are you?
Oh, I just transferred. Not all of my credits transferred, so I probably...
Roll deception.
Fuck. Okay. That's right.
There's like no other school on the island. Yeah, I just transferred.
10.
What'd you get?
10.
Transferred? Oh, well, from where? There's the only college.
I was homeschooled. I guess it wouldn't. That's why they didn't accept all of my credits, I guess, because when their family makes the lesson plans, they could be probably a bit biased.
Roll a deception check to recover.
That's a 14.
Oh, school, say.
Well, it's more like my father took care of the bodies in our little part of town, and I kind of watched him take them apart, almost like you do, but not for as noble scientific endeavors as yourself.
Where are you from?
Oh, you know, I'm about just on the edge of the town that is north of southwest east over there with the one point, you know, the one, the area, what's it called by the shore? With the red light district.
Okay, so to Mel, you are currently foaming at the mouth. Yeah, both of you look over. While he's grilling you, he looks over at Mel, who is foaming at the mouth, eyes completely bloodshot, staring at the leg pits.
I'm just like gripping into probably where I'm holding onto Adrian's arm and like panting, like you've never seen like Mel lose composure before, really. And two things drop down. And as I hear you kind of like fumbling on this, DM, can I try to elbow her in the temple to knock her out?
Absolutely. This is a classic fiction. Get elbowed in the temple knockout. You know.
Can I do an athletics check? I guess if I wanted to maybe grapple. I'm trying to think if I want to do a grapple or just a straight like.
What did we say about your? If you're in this state, do you think that your the abilities of your nature would give you more, like, would be more, what's it called, potent?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, roll just an athletics or melee attack roll with strength as your modifier, but we'll say do it with advantage.
I'm sorry, but you're fucked. I got a 24.
Okay.
That says as an athletics check, but if it were just unarmed strike, it'd still be a dirty 20.
Okay. So you get elbowed. So Adrian, you get elbowed in the temple and knocked down, unconscious or dazed. Which would you rather do for plot purposes?
Oh.
But for the time being, you are on the ground. Mel, what do you do?
I'm gonna kneel down and like brush a little piece of hair away from Adrian's face. So either like even if you're like fading off or like just dazed. I told you there are more important things than just brute strength. And I'm gonna look up at Dr. Singleton and like I haven't had a disguise on, but I'm just
you fit in pretty regularly, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's never seen me, but I'm gonna just look up at him. I believe I need an audience with Dr. Jupiter now.
He's like heaving. Roll an intimidation check. This is never
Can I do it with advantage? Because he probably has an idea of who I am now.
Oh, wait. Yeah, actually, that's so fair.
You said an intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
A 21.
He was like backing towards the door. But you say that he puts the situation together, and he just starts slowly nodding, and he's like, oh, okay. Boys, first off, Adam, you are being chased.
I couldn't play it off.
You rolled a 14 on stealth in a crowded hallway after last fire.
Yeah, but I could have played that off.
Okay, sure, yeah. Roll me performance or deception. Try to play that off.
That's a 19 deception.
So you just go, what the world?
Well, I'm not acting like I didn't do it, because I did it. Okay. I admit my mistakes where they lie, but I'm gonna try to explain my way out of it.
Oh yeah, what do you do?
So I'm gonna turn to the teachers and be like, "Look, I promise I can explain. I can explain all of this. Recently I woke up one morning and I don't know. I was doing some light reading, and I've recently discovered that I may have a slight propensity towards magic. Wow. And I was wanting to learn a little bit, so I was trying to practice. I didn't mean to spark anything. I was just trying to make like a little spark of light, and it got out of hand. I'm sorry. All right? I didn't mean to.
There's a fire! The Michelangelo! And they start running over there.
Watch this. I'm gonna cast prestidigitation again to put it out.
Yeah. Okay. They're like, it's dead. And Aaron, my boy, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 14.
You need a 16. Yeah. Let me make sure that that's the proper save. Oh. Let's see here. May succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. So, the fellow above you, with the other hand that he used, he casts Hold Person on you, and it is a long length of blue metal chains, almost cobalt, sliding out of his hand and wrapping around you from your legs up to your neck. And then he just starts beating the shit out of you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he starts wailing at you. Let me see if this is, you do it every turn. At the end of each turn, the target can make another wisdom save. So he's going to get 2 hits in for free. So, and both of them are going to hit, and they will be critical. So, the first hit, it deals, that's 12 damage, 24. And the second hit deals, what is that? It's 8 damage, 16.
Could I theoretically do something before he attacks?
Yeah.
Because, Hold Person would be an action, and then attack would be another action, right?
It would be, yeah, so you are correct.
It's Hold Person, so I can still talk.
Yes, you can still talk.
I can't remember if you can cast spells in Hold Person, can you?
Paralyzed. So, creature's incapacitated. I'm going to say you can speak, but you can't move. You fail Dex and Strength checks. Attack roll against disadvantage. Any attack that hits this creature. Okay, yeah. So, and incapacitated specifically means that I believe you cannot take actions. But we'll say that if you can roll a high enough sleight of hand on this turn. So we'll say roll a wisdom save. If you fail that, roll a sleight of hand.
No. Damn.
What'd you
That's
get?
3.
Okay. On the sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand? That was the wisdom save.
Yeah, so what did you roll on the sleight of hand?
Oh, right. 11.
11. Yeah, you need to beat the DC of 16.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll take these hits. What was the damage again?
24 and 16.
24 and 16 is 40 points.
Do we hear this commotion outside?
Roll a perception check, because there is a good bit of hollering going on around you.
That's a natural one.
Alright. So after the second hit and those rolls at the start of the creature's turn, it is going to say, "Who are you?"
I'm just a student here. Happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Roll a deception check.
Please roll higher than a fucking 18.
18. He's gonna say, okay, so he's gonna believe that. Why'd you disguise yourself?
I was playing a little prank on the teachers. You know how we do, students. It was a stupid game that we were playing.
Another deception.
Oh my god, finally I roll high. 17 plus 9, 26.
Okay, yeah. Alright. The chains are going to slurp back into his arm. And he is going to say, "Got one beating for lying, and you got another beating for using magic to try to prank your teachers."
Alright. I apologize. And is that the fire I smell?
What
Trying
the
to
fuck?
distract
And
him.
he walks out. He goes towards the fire.
Okay, I'm sneaking out the door. Fuck this.
You're sneaking out the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where do you go?
Do I see Adam in the center of this fire?
Yeah. The
I
fire is...
snuffed the fire.
Yeah, so the fire happened and then it was snuffed. He goes out and he sees you. You're kind of sort of being surrounded by teachers who are like, "Why did you do that? What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? That's priceless painting. Also, why are you using magic in school like that?" And then you see the big shambly guy come around, start pushing teachers out of the way. And, "Did you start this fire?"
Yes.
And he's going to rear back and hit you. Does a 23 hit.
yes, a 23 hits.
Okay, this is only going to deal 6 damage.
I
'cause
want
he's
to
paralyzed.
hellish rebuke this guy so bad.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not gonna do it.
he
Not gonna
backhands
do it.
you. Yeah, he backhands you and says, "Don't do that again." And you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Understood.
Job here is done. And he walks off. What do you two do now?
I'll just speak to the teacher. Like, anyways, I believe I've received my punishment. Can I go? Is that all right?
You did get punished by detention, so sure, go.
Of course, and I just scurry off towards towards Aaron, and just kind of grab his shoulder and just drag him down the hallway with me.
Alright, where do y'all go? And once y'all get to your destination, that might be where we ended. So where do y'all head to?
We discovered nothing, so I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, we didn't
There's a
discover
guy
a
that
single
will kick your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a teacher's lounge with nothing in it.
There's a ventilation system in it.
Yeah, it's ventilation systems.
Is there? Hold on. No.
Um,
Hmm.
I think this might be a good time to go and try and find the others, maybe.
Yes, I think they were headed in the opposite direction, if I'm not mistaken. See if we can kind of find a trail of something of where they went.
Okay,
Sure.
so you go downstairs and attempt to find the others.
Yes.
You can probably figure out where to go. As you get down the stairs, you begin making your way down. You find the same hallways, and you waddle towards them. You head down that hallway, and you see that the iron door on the end of it is wide open. You can see that the name of the office is the professor that you saw previously. As you go in, you smell the rotten iron of blood and the stink of purge fluid. You see Adrienne knocked out on the ground, and you see your dear companion Mel siphoning blood out of the professor's neck with a sharp pair of fangs. That is where we are going to end this. So, thank you, beautiful people, for watching. Thank you, beautiful people, for playing. And we will see you next time. A goodbye. Waving the hands.